Hey guys, I got something special today. I've got another unboxing. This one is from MindSpan Labs. It is the Thinkit. The Thinkit? I've been told that the Thinkit was the very first fidget that was ever made, and Cody Umberger watched or got a hold of it, loved it, and came up with the Umbery brand, and that was the birth of the haptic coin. So I had seen these Thinkits on a couple of group photos when the fidget, the fidget groups on Facebook, but I'd never known what it was. And then it came up on my feed as just a suggestion. So I was like, oh, okay, well, what is this? And then, so I shared it with the groups, and they told me that it was the original fidget. So of course I had to go on the website and order like 3 things. So this is what this is. So like I said, it's MindSpan Labs, and they make the Thinkit. But now it's like version 3. It's been out for, I guess, a long time. So I don't know where I've been, but I'm going to open it. Try not to kill myself with the knife. Maybe I should try to open it this way. I really need some like knife lessons from somebody who knows what they're doing. Can somebody give me a knife lesson? I want to be cool like other people who use knives. Like Kevin Johnson. Who else uses knives on here that can teach me how to use a knife? Whoa, I think this is double packed. Ooh, packed. And then packed again. All right. Oh, it's like the Russian dolls, where you open one and then there's another and another and another and another and another. And another. Last time I accidentally showed my address, and I had to edit it out, and I did a shitty job of editing it. And so now it's like you hear me talking, and then like I'm finishing up a sentence that you guys didn't hear the beginning of. Oh, what the hell? There's another box? This is a little bit weird. That's me, Melanie Wells. Okay, so now I should probably be able to open it. If there's another box inside of here, I'm gonna throw the knife. Yeah. Oh shit. Okay. Let's see. Oh, no fucking way. What the hell? Seriously? Okay, here we go. That's insane though, that there was like 5 fucking packages. All right. Hey, Melanie. Thank you for your order, best DW. And I think that's Derek. Dwayne. Oh, shit. Forgot the name of the dude. But he runs MindSpan. But I am going to tag him in this. Wow. This thing is like crazy. All right. Now let's try not to actually. Gee, it's like ripping everything. This has got to be the longest unboxing in the history of the unboxings. God, this dude like can pack. He can pack some shit. It's like Melanie proof. Holy shit. All right, well let's look at this. I know that like I've been talking already for 5 minutes and we haven't even seen a fidget. Shit. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Ugh. Oh, the Thinket by MindSpan Labs. Oh, that's it. I'm sorry. David Weinstock. I don't know why I said Derek. Sorry. Sorry, David. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So let's look at the first one here. Oh. Okay. This is actually the perfect one to start with because I ordered 3. Well, before I even do anything with any of them, I'm going to open up the rest of them so I can show you what I ordered. God, even this stuff right here is padded. This dude don't joke around. Ugh. I'm sorry, I'm trying to manhandle this thing out of here. God. I think he's had problems. I think this David guy has had problems with like the way things have been packed in the past. So now he's got like PTSD. So now he's like, if I don't pack this shit, like, oh my God. I'd hate to see what his kids go through, like, on Christmas morning, trying to open their presents. All right, so here's another one. Oh, yes. Ooh, yes. Okay. I know what that one is, but I will explain it once I get the third one out. And then there's a bunch of O-rings, too. So I'm gonna tell you what those are for, too. But one more. Holy hell. God. Okay. There we go. All right. Okay. We are now at the 7-minute mark. It has taken me 7 minutes to undo this whole thing. I'm just saying. Okay. So if you go to his website, so here it says the Thinkit. God, that's pretty fancy. These are hefty. Okay, so if you go to his website, he's got so many different types of things and so many different materials you can get these in, and different color bottoms, different color tops, and then each one of these things acts in a certain way based on the other ones. It's complicated. There's I'm going to post in the comment section, I'm going to post a link, or in the details section, I'm going to post a link to his video explaining these things. But essentially, let's start with the first one here. So this right here is the original. So this is like the standard one. So it comes with this bar right here. And then I believe inside of this thing are magnets. And there's magnets in here too. So when it gets close, it wants to just suck it in. You see? Okay, so then it sucks it in, and now it's like flush with the other side. So the way you play with it is you push it, and it pops out the other side. You push it in, pops out. Okay, but each one of these like cylinders can do do different things. There's one that's called the weird cylinder. That one has like he said it was like a whooshing kind of thing. And then there's the miniature ones that can fit in your pocket. They're like this big. And I think that he's working on like a micro one now. But of course, you know, I have to get the standard. So, all right. Now, I wanted to try out this baby. So you can buy them like a la carte, so single ones. So you can buy like one of these and one of these. But this was actually cheap. This was $59. This whole thing right here. And then this thing I think was like $30. This is called the 6-click. Now, if you've watched my other videos, you know I like me some haptic sounds. So this is supposed to create 6 clicks. Okay, see, it sucked it in there, but not all the way. So I'm guessing that there's like 6 different magnets inside the cylinder. Man, it feels real fancy too. Look at that. It's got etching on that side there. It's all rounded and machined beautifully. Made in the US of A. Okay, so now, so this is supposed to be 6 clicks. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and I gotta put my finger all the way in there. 4, 5. Ooh, it pushed it back. Okay, hold on, let's try it again. Oh yeah, it is. Oh, well, that's pretty good. Feels pretty good, I'd say. Can you hear that? Oh shit. You can hear, okay, so let's say if I hold it like this. All right, yeah, it's pretty satisfying. I like the weight. See, I like black, so I wanted the black one, but they have all different colors. Okay, but do you see how this would actually act differently in a different cylinder? So like if I wanted to put this one back, it sucks it right back in, and now I've got the original. Now, I wanted to show you the other thing that I got. Oh gosh. Okay. Oh, and there's O-rings. We got to go over the O-rings. Now this is called the clacker. They said it's the loudest Thinkit that exists. Oh look, there's a little northwest, east, south. I want a little compass. Oh no, wait, no. Sorry, that's a sun. Wow, did these have little? No, they didn't. Wow, this one is fancy. Okay, so what makes the difference is that this one it can't leave this cylinder because of these plastic things right here. But it's supposed to be the loudest Thinkit. So you're supposed to press down on it and then hear like a loud clacking. So let's see. One of my friends said that he wouldn't like this thing because you'll have to turn it over in your hand a lot. But you don't necessarily have to. Well, it feels good though in the hand. Feels real premium. Feels like this magnet wants to push it up. Okay, so let's compare that to, wow, I can't believe this was the first magnetic. This was the first magnetic fidget. Man, this thing is like stuck. Oh shit. All right. Well, I'll have to say that it's not as, these magnets don't seem to be very strong. Not like some of the other stuff that I've played with. I mean, it feels real premium and heavy and beautiful. I mean, God, these things, like when they stick together, they stick together. Oh, okay. It looks real good. Like this would look really good on your desk. So for, what did I pay for this one? I think I paid for about the same. I think both of these were like 60 and then this was like 30, I think. I don't know. Twirling it around is a little bit tedious, but can I use it without twirling it around? It feels a little bit weird in your hand. Let's try the 6 click again here. I thought I would really love the clacker because I love me some noise. The reason why I got the original one is A, because I wanted to try it out, but B, because, you know, it was cheaper to get it as a bundle, way cheaper than buying like the base alone. I'd say I do like the 6 click. Pretty cool because there's more to do on each go round. But what's tedious is this guy. Down, 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 down. It's like, It feels really nice though. Like the end part right here feels almost kind of like a rubber or like a really nice plastic. And the sound it makes, it's not the greatest, I'm sorry. But we do have the O-rings to think about, because the O-rings do change how you deal with the whole thing. Now, the problem with this one is it feels like the magnets are off center. I only have to press a little bit on this side for it to pop, but I have to press way harder on this side. It feels like it wants to stay on this side. Plus, this is supposed to be the loudest clacker, the loudest Thinkit clacker thingamajiggy. And here we go. It's like, I have other toys that are way louder. Like for instance, I got this little guy right here in my pocket I reviewed last time. Listen, look at that. And then here's the loud clacker. It's not very loud. But let's check out these O-rings. Ooh. Oh yeah, I forgot that they were on Kickstarter. Well, this is cute. Wow. The new Zoxo, the new ancient game. What is that? Okay, so these O-rings. Let's talk about O-rings. First of all, I know from watching the dude's video that the O-rings do not work on this guy because of this fixed piece right here. But they work on these. So you see how this thing extends completely in? But you can actually put the O-ring on here, and the O-ring is supposed to stop it from moving past. Okay, so let's try it. Yeah, here we go. So here we go, putting the O-ring on. I guess that's how you do the O-ring in that little crevice there, right? Yeah. Okay, so it changes how you use this completely. So, well, that's definitely a lot more satisfying. It feels a lot better this way, definitely. I like when you press something and it just goes thud, thud, thud. Okay, let's try the O-ring on the 6-click. So let's try that. Oh shit. The magnets seem like they should be strong. I mean, what the hell? Okay. So this one goes all the way down there. And he sent me a lot of O-rings too. Curious to see how that nano one is. It's little. Okay, so I got the O-rings on these. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of room that it can go. So, okay, so it gives me 2 clicks. 1, 2. 1, 2. But I think you can also put the O-ring only on one. Right? 1, 2, oh. Yeah, this one is not the best with the O-ring. Okay, so this is the 6-click. This one is pretty satisfying because of all the clicks, I'll say. Although when you come down and you have to like shove it in there, your thumb gets a little bit pinched, tiniest bit. Feels good in the hand and it looks fancy, so it would be a really good desk thing. All right, so I'll say that this one is sort of satisfying because of all the clicks, but like I said, I really like having some kind of haptic feedback, you know? I mean, this thing is just a war shield. Hear that? But on the other hand, I will say, one of the other people in the fidgets groups, they did talk about that this is more silent and you could take it to like a movie theater. So that's true. That's true, because like, I'll tell you, my partner fucking hates it when I play with fidgets. All right, let's go back to this guy right here. God damn. Ugh. So this is the original again. It is quiet. So I'll say it would be cool to play with this in the theater. Okay, so it's got like a little thunk. Little thunk. All right, one more time with the O-ring, because I said that those made a difference, didn't I? Did they go all the way down? No, I think it stays here. I don't know, it's hard to tell. But yeah, so this was the one that I was saying that was better with the O-ring. I don't know. I mean, it gives a nice little thud. So, but it's kind of cool that you can get different functions out of it. Will I use it with the O-ring? This one in particular? No. No, because I think it's a little bit more satisfying to just shoot it through. And I guess if I use this as my silent fidget, it'd be pretty cool. Now, all right, so will I recommend this? For $59, I don't know. I mean, it looks cool. It's a little boring, sorry. Would I recommend getting the 6 one? I mean, this one feels a little bit better, but again, it keeps pinching my freaking thumb here. I mean, if you're gonna get one of these, you might as well get one of these. I mean, they have all different types. Would I recommend the clacker? No. Barely moves, barely makes a sound. I mean, it's cool looking. I bet if this was on a desk, it'd be a good conversation starter. But is it worth the money? I mean, it barely moves, and you can't even get it. You can't remove these plastic things. Yeah. Ow. I mean, it feels nice and it's pretty. I'll say that. But would I recommend this? No. I guess if you're curious, I would say it may be worth it to get just the original standard one for $59. I mean, it's not that much money. You can have a nice quiet toy, but it is tedious to move it back and forth. But they're pretty and they're a good conversation starter. Now, I've also seen some people trying to sell them on the market and nobody wants to buy them, so I don't know if they have any resale value at all. But the dude was real nice. He called me and he like messaged me and got it out real fast. So yeah, I would say if you're really, really curious, get the standard one. Pass on the clacker, because that one is just I'm sorry, it's pointless. This one, I don't know. I mean, I was really excited about some kind of haptic noise. I guess I was not. I was looking for something else. Oh, look, you could push it through. Yeah, I would say that this one is probably more satisfying than the other ones. So I would recommend this. For 59 bucks, I mean, it's pretty, it's worth it. It's pretty. Comes with this and this, and you get you some O-rings so you can switch it up a little bit, and maybe it'll come with a nice little poker chip thingy with some weird writing on it. But that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please hit subscribe and like And throw me a comment if you're enjoying this, because I got lots more coming. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know, have you seen these Thinkits before? What do you think of them? And also, I'd love feedback, so let me know what you think. All right, thank you guys.